It's not about finding an edge. It's about giving them the edge for life by helping them develop skills, develop confidence, and start to grow into who they can become. I'm finding ways to be a role model for my kids to gain new friends at school as they are shy and play to themselves. What can I do to encourage my kids to be more social and accept others into play and be accepted? It's a great question. It's something we probably don't really think about as people, although peer pressure and social gatherings and all that exists, right? As adults, absolutely. It continues on after school. But we don't think about that as the primary focus when it comes to raising our children. There's too much chaos that we're already dealing with, right? Well, one of the best things you can do is really understand the universal truth, which is everyone is attracted to what they perceive to be valuable. That's it. If you have a form of value, it doesn't mean you have to have or be, you don't have to have the X factor or be the A player for life. But if you have something that offers value, then you're paving the way to be valuable to others. It's so simple and easy to see this because as adults, we play games and manipulate and there's facades, and it's so simple and easy to see this through children. Perfect example, my wife has a great story actually where she wasn't getting bullied or picked on, but she had people, they became friends, that girls who were cold to her. And what she ended up doing was taking some toys that her father brought from a trip overseas that hadn't been released in Australia yet. And straight away, I know this sounds crazy, sounds superficial, but it's a perception of value. But she took these toys to school, bang, immediately got the almost bullying type kids who were just a bit rougher than usual, obviously. She was quite young, on side and started playing with them. That was the in. So maybe your kids need an in. I'm not saying it needs to be superficial. I'm not saying that, hey, give me money, I'll give you money to be my friend. What I'm saying is, what's the value that they add? And the value that most people add fundamentally is a level of confidence and a level of energy in how they express themselves. So with your kids, man, like whatever ideas you might be doing could be anything. Like it doesn't have to be self-defense or that sort of stuff. Could be sports, could be something that raises their level of confidence, gets them performing and gives them a skill. Just like anything else, I'm not trying to turn your children into adults, but it's so true. You're developing skills, you carry confidence because you've got the competence of the skill you've just developed, which means you express yourself in a way that's attractive to people. Just like me here and now. Like if I couldn't speak properly, why would you even watch this? Why would you listen to me? It doesn't make sense. If I couldn't put sentences together that were coherent, had the right context, you'd be like, well, what Al's talking about doesn't make any fucking sense. I've got no idea what he's actually saying. He's talking about the last game of rugby league or AFL, but this question is about children. Like it doesn't even add up. So if I lacked that charisma and ability to communicate a message, you wouldn't even be here. So when you develop a set of skills, which then reinforces my certainty, I'm incredibly relaxed. I love doing this. It's something that I live and breathe in being someone that builds not only the brand of HPF, the brand of fathers and how we can be high performing and live an amazing life, as we should. For a father, I'm a father. We should. So when it comes to your children, what is something that they can do that gets them out of their shell? Not even at school, but then they can carry that energy into school. Could be skills, arts and crafts, anything. I'm not saying they need to buy a toy, but that was a great example just to show how simple kids can be. You get them out of their shell by helping them stretch, expand and grow, just like adults. Something they love first, because they need to see value in it too. You can't force your children to do things, but they see value in it, and then you've ignited that spark. They take it and run with it. It could be anything. My daughter's getting into gymnastics now. She's doing amazingly well with gymnastics and dancing. And now guess what? She's training with me in the gym and she just loves it, doing pull-ups and handstands and whatnot. So guess what? Here's my daughter at 6 years of age, nearly 7, who can do handstands and almost do handstand walks. Like, I'm not saying it's a party trick. She doesn't even have to do it. But the confidence because she can is more than enough. Just like the kid who knows how to fight, the bullies never pick him. Why? Because the confidence in his hands and how he carries himself is more than enough. But when she does pull that out and do a handstand walk in front of the kids, wow, I've got something I don't, but I want. Bang. You've got it, man. And you don't play on that either. It's just of course I do. Like, it's how I am now. Like, I'm very proud of doing 4,000 plus videos over the years and the amount of work I've put in. But so I should fucking be good at speaking, right? Like, if I do that amount of reps, I'd be disgusted if I wasn't. So of course, by the time you get there, the craziest part is when you actually get there and you get it, it almost becomes, not that you're detached, it just becomes casual. And it is sort of without expectation. Right now, I'm like, well, yeah, of course I can speak very, very well and communicate a message. I mean, why shouldn't I put the work in? And then that's the energy you carry that becomes attractive. Of course, I'm a high-performance father. I see my children for hours every single day. I've got an amazing connection with my wife. I'm incredibly healthy, fit and strong. I work very hard in business. Business is doing very well, providing amazing service. Family, self, and service, man. Put the work in. You can 100% model that with your children. 100%. So that's what I would say. It's not about finding an edge. It's about giving them the edge for life by helping them develop skills, develop confidence, and start to grow into who they can become, because they're not acting through fear and all these other common things that as adults, pinned down to memories as children, hold us back. They're exploring, they're experimenting, they're developing, building who they are, and that creates unbelievable potential and opportunities and absolutely creates networking, connection, and friendships.